Hey everyone, Josh here. So today we're doing a bit of a different video out at my parents' farm. We're back at the tan Touareg here on the trailer. So I left this Touareg on here because I didn't want to buy any other cars until this car was running. So I figured if I left this thing on here, even up flat tires, that I wouldn't buy anything until it was fixed. So I'm breaking that rule. We're expecting a Josh's Jetta's Jr. So I guess today in 2023, you have baby showers, gender reveals, and apparently push presents now too. So I'm going to pick up my wife's new car. But in typical Josh Jetta's fashion, it doesn't run, so I can't drive it home. So I need to use my winch on my trailer, or else I would just go and get a U-Haul trailer. So gotta get this trailer ready to go. I gotta get this Touareg off and park it with my other cars that don't run. My parents are gonna hate me. But yeah, so we're gonna get this thing hopefully started for the first time in a year and a bit, actually. So let's get at it. Wow, the spare tire really doesn't like the sun. So this tire got put on probably 2 years ago when the sidewall blew out of these other Continental tires on my green car. But yeah, so Touareg should start. It's obviously gonna have a dead battery. This past fall, I took these brakes apart to get the parking drums out of them because they were locked solid. I might do a video about that here in the future, but yeah, I'm gonna go drop my trailer and get this thing hooked up and bring it over to the shop so I'm not working out here in the mud. Gotta love the backup camera for hooking up trailers. Something like that. Okay, so I've got to get my ramps on here, and I also have to make the holder that goes up here to hold the ramps upright, and apparently maybe slanted back a little bit for Touareg hauling. Air these tires up, and then obviously get a charger on here to get this thing cranking. Hopefully it starts. So there's no mice or possums or raccoons in here that I can see. That's always a good sign. Barn cat does a pretty good job at keeping those in check. So okay, so we got the ramps on here kind of temporarily-ish. So they fold here in the center, so then they're about 8 feet long, so you can get lowered cars on, not too bad. Touaregs aren't such an issue. Charger's been on it for a little while, so I'm gonna see if it starts. I'm not sure where the key is. I've got about 8 different Touareg keys, and I think these are the ones. It was in the toolbox, so I'm thinking that's the one I need. And of course the driver's side's sitting too low because the airbags are flat. So I might go bump the charger up here before jumping over the seat. Really give her the juice. Nothing. Okay, so we got the F-150 boosting the front. Got the battery charger on the back battery. And hopefully it starts. Nothing. So I couldn't get it running, so I ended up having to push it off. So as per usual, trailer lights don't work. I'm going down into the city, so that's that's got to work, so fix that now too, I guess. Okay, so we've got it all loaded up. Are you looking forward to it, hon?
Yeah, it's good.
So it's a 2011 Golf sports wagon, I guess. Nice and clean, especially for being here in Ontario. Like, no rust. I know it's kind of dark. Biggest issue is a hit right here. And actually that quarter panel is bubbled as well. Or just starting to. So it's in pretty nice shape. So I guess we'll see. It doesn't start, so I think it's an immobilizer issue. So I guess we'll find out what's going on there shortly. So we just got home here now. Fuel mileage was pretty good, 13.4 liters, 100 kilometers. It was about 330K or so. We'll do a once over of the car tomorrow when we can see it. So yeah, it's kind of dark, but just checking the wheel bearings and everything on the trailer. Yeah, everything seems good, so we'll go over it tomorrow here in the daylight. Okay, so we're actually 2 days later here now. I worked away a bit at it yesterday, but it was kind of raining and snowing and it wasn't nice working weather or filming weather, so got a rough idea where I want to head to, but I get it off the trailer first. But yeah, so here's that ding in it, but other than that, it's in nice shape. So we're in the car here now. It's a nice shape. It's got the nav. It's sadly a DSG, but that's all right. Leather. It's got the factory block heater plug, which isn't real cheap. New glow plug lights. Yeah, leather interior, the panoramic sunroof with no leaks in here yet, so that's a good sign. She's already started fitting stuff in here. But yeah, it's nice shape. Now he's got to get it running. So I figured I'd just do a quick recap of what's actually wrong with this car, or what I was told was wrong. So he was driving down the 401 with it, it shut off and wouldn't start again. Had it towed to local Volkswagen dealer, where they diagnosed it as an immobilizer issue, and I think the cluster they said was shorted, so it needed a cluster and then programming everything again. So they said it'd be about $1,600 for the cluster and another $1,600 to program everything. So it was going to be around $3,000 that he would have to get into it. Parts were 8 weeks away, and they wouldn't guarantee that that was the issue. So it kind of sucked to get $3,000 into it and then still not start. They checked the fuel system and the timing belt, because it still has the original timing belt on it at 262,000. So that's not good either. But so yesterday I checked a few little things here, and seems to be building good fuel pressure, and timing belt is still in one piece, but doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't stretch too far out of timing. I'm not sure. But as far as immobilizer here, I'll show you what's going on. Oh, and the other weird thing too was, so at the Volkswagen dealer, they had to put a charger on it, and they said it needed a new battery, and this battery is screwed. Like, I've got a 2000 amp jump pack and still won't crank with that. So the battery's like at 4 volts. So I'm not sure how a battery goes bad so quickly. So that maybe that was part of the issue, but it doesn't seem to be. But anyway, so I've got 3 keys here, 2 fobs, 1, whatever you want to call it, the valet. He had put new batteries in both the fobs, so I was thinking maybe the immobilizer pill got broken. But anyways, so the first, here's the valet key. Key not in range. Here's the second fob. That seems happy. And then third fob here. Key not in range. So I'm thinking either this one key is the only one that's ever worked on this car, or maybe Volkswagen screwed up the programming, or when they tried to program it and it said it failed or something. So they might have screwed up these bottom 2 keys, and now this is the only one that'll start the car. But as far as cranking it, yesterday it would spit and sputter and then shut off. And same thing, actually it ran for probably 5 seconds before it spit and sputter and shut off, and then I can never get it going again. I'm not sure if the battery I have on here is good enough to get it going. You kind of hear it catching there. So anyways, I'm not really well versed on these immobilizer 4s, but usually like on Mark 4s here, they will fire and then shut off right away, or like 5 seconds in. So it seems to me like it's not an immobilizer issue at all, and we've got a different issue going on. So I might be eating my words here in the future. It might be an immobilizer issue, and these immobilizer 4s are different than the 3s that are on the Mark 4s here. But anyways, this is why I make these videos. If you can save going to the dealer and try and diagnose some stuff yourself. He had to pay $600 just to get that diagnostic to say that you think it's the cluster. It's going to be 8 weeks and $3,000, so that kind of sucks. But anyways, so I'm going to follow this great video that I'll put up here or there, wherever, and we'll see what's going on. So we're going to get this car unloaded. We're going to get it in the shop so I can at least get parts ordered, and then probably roll it out because I got some other stuff I gotta get done before I start on this car. Ready for your first car ride? Or your first drive in your new car?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna roll it back into there nicely. You've got brakes and you have the e-brake.
Sure.
So we're gonna go slow. Yeah, I'll just tell you when to stop. Sound good? Okay. Ready? Yeah, get your foot off the brake. E-brake off. Brake. Brake. Yep, just go slow. Yep, let's keep going. Turn your wheels. Yep. Good, keep going. Yep, keep going. And I ended up picking up this CJAA as well, in case the timing belt or the pump went on her new car. So it's got the pump, and I've got all the injectors and lines and the rail and everything. All that good stuff. As well as a good turbo here yet too. So I'm hoping this should have all the parts we need. I got everything cheap, so I guess we'll see what it needs. But anyways, thanks for watching this one. It was a little bit different, but yeah, stay tuned for what's going on with this car.